Hi again, Ray. So by now you've read the documentation that I've sent through, and I'll just quickly now try and give you a snapshot of how that applies to Scenic Gems. So on a protected page, let's say that this was a protected page and you weren't logged in. So from Google, you got a free hit and you got to see this website in its entirety. So this is a paywall page, generally protected. If you click on See on Map anywhere on here, normal protection rules would apply and it would go to the demo. Coming down to the bottom, I would like to introduce down the bottom in the footer area here. I know WordPress uses page templates, so perhaps the easiest way would be to create a page template for protected content. If I have to go into pages, I need to edit a page, 1 second. So here on a page that would be protected, we can see that the template is 100% width. Perhaps we can add some information to that template that will be down the bottom in between this section and that's the footer of the website. So that's not built with the actual page, that's site-wide. So I'm not exactly sure what's the best way to do it, but I will let you talk to me and inform me, advise me about what the best way would be to potentially do it. I'm happy to, if I go back to pages, change the template for all of these pages or whatever other plan we want to implement for all of these pages. So essentially the way that I've always envisaged this working is through Google First Click Free. Somebody gets a free hit on a protected page such as this one. They get down to the bottom, they've had a read, and then there is a call to action at the bottom, a section which has a button in it, which when clicked takes you to the demo page. And that is for non-logged in members. So the code condition, if user is logged out, show this section down here. If user is logged in, hide the section and the page would look the way that it does now. So once they're a member, the page presents as you see it now. If they've come via Google, First Click Free, whatever they want to call it, they get to the bottom of the page. They're still not a member, so they've had a good read, and then we need to try and convert them into a paid subscriber. So clicking on any of these links will bring up the earlier piece of redirection copy that I briefed in, and if they click on this button, that will be a direct link to the demo page. So I imagine that this graphic that I'm going to put, or this piece down here, would be kind of like the demo page. It's going to kind of be like this. Obviously it won't look the same as this. I don't want to double things up, but it's going to have some sort of graphic to grab people's attention. It would have a headline, it will have some smaller copy, and it's going to have a call to action in the form of a button. I will create a mock-up, obviously, for that, but it's really early days at the moment. Where are we? It's really early days at the moment, and I don't know how are we going to do this with an Avada Fusion container? Are we going to do it just with code? Not exactly sure yet, but I can certainly provide a mock-up of down here once we've talked about how it's kind of going to happen. So one final thing that I need to talk about, you can see here that this page, the Kakadu page, is on the demo map, and I've created a Kakadu demo page. If I go to pages, you can see that there are two pages, Kakadu and Kakadu demo. I created those because I thought that I would need to duplicate the pages. They're exactly the same. I would need to duplicate the pages so that they would point to different maps depending on if the user was logged in or logged out. But I've had a bit of a think about it, and it should be possible to just have one map, one page. So let's say it's Kakadu, and I come back. So this page, the same rules would apply as all the other pages. If the user is logged out, the graphic down here shows. If the user is logged in, the graphic is hidden. The additional requirement for demo pages is that the see on map links, if a user is logged out, clicking on this link will go to the demo page. If a user is logged in, clicking on this link goes to the map page. That way we can have just one page rather than a duplicate Kakadu demo page. I don't know if I need to brief that in just now. It's probably for further down the track. I think if we can just get any of the other pages working at the moment, that would be fine. So to sum up with, I know that there's a fair bit of reading and understanding and talking to happen before we do anything. Obviously, please log your time, whatever research you need to do. This has been on the cards for a long time as part of the overall marketing strategy for getting all of the content that's hidden behind a paywall still indexable by Google and bringing in traffic to the website. So I'll leave it with you now. Have a read and get back to me with your final thoughts and plan of attack and questions. Thanks, Ray. Cheers.